we're getting close to running out of time. We have about 15 minutes left. So I thought we would turn the tables and talk about non-writing things. And we did, usually I come up with something, but we did not this time. Usually we talk about, what are we going to talk about before I actually push record?
Oh.
So we did not choose a non-writing topic. So I'm wondering if we can come up with something.
What do you think, Rowan?
Hobbies? What do you guys like to do?
The problem is for us, hobbies is writing. So
yeah. Well, there's always the tarot.
Yeah, my last guess.
That's
I have sent you a couple. Sorry, Jude.
No, that's okay. My last guess collected tarot cards, and I have a Nightmare Before Christmas tarot deck.
Okay, your last guest, how many decks does your previous guest own? Do you remember?
We actually didn't get to that part. We were so enthralled with talking about writing that we only talked about tarot for a little bit. So I still have to ask her how many decks, but she shared 3 decks.
Rowan, how many decks do you own right now?
17? 78.
Yes.
Holy cow.
He and I know, like I said, we have a lot in common, and he and I know each other very well. He also always wears a Star Trek comm badge. You can't quite see it there, but it's there.
I saw it briefly, but yeah, there we go.
Yeah. He has a collection of them.
Yes, I have 30 of them now.
I have 1.
Which one?
Let me think. The Next Generation.
You would like each other.
Yeah, I have a Next Generation one.
Yeah, that was the second one I ever got was TNG.
It looks like, he does the whole, he's got probably everything available, and I'm sure there are a few he's hoping they'll make, or he would probably try having them make them custom made.
The latest.
Nice.
Was that the one you said was arriving soon after you
Yep.
were at my house?
That's Star Trek Picard, yep.
Yeah.
Oh, very good. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet.
Are you watching?
I'm looking forward to it.
Are you watching Picard?
I don't have, what is it on?
You need it all access. Paramount Plus.
Oh, you know what? I just got Paramount Plus. No, I got Peacock. I don't have Paramount Plus. I have to wait till it comes on.
Find somebody who
Netflix.
has it and get a login. Picard is awesome.
Oh, I'm sure.
7 of 9 shows up. If you were ever a 7 of 9 fan, she's there.
Yeah, I was. I'm a diehard Next Generation. I loved the original. I mean, you can't go wrong with the original, of course.
You want to know what's terrifying? Will Wheaton is now the same age that Patrick Stewart was when he began Next Generation.
What?
He just had a birthday the other day, and he's the same. Yeah, he's the same age.
How old is he?
40-something.
Oh,
which makes me scared and terrified.
Picard was wait. I'm not Picard. That wasn't his real name.
He was in his Patrick Stewart was in his 40s when he was Jean Luc Picard.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. That wonderful, bald, handsome.
Oh gosh, yeah, I know. I had a crush on him when I was in high school.
Oh, I'm sorry. These old bald guys look even better than they did.
No, Patrick Stewart. I don't know. There was just my best friend and we were in love with him, which was it was kind of weird because we were into like the long-haired metalheads, and he came, that came up, and he had a British accent, and
his agent apparently told him there's no way this show will last beyond a year, but at least it's a paycheck. So he said, fine, I'll do it. And then it lasted 7 years. And they became this huge family. They still, they love each other. It's like, when, whose birthday was it, Rowan? Where everybody got together and socially distanced last year?
Yeah, that was so cute. They were I think they were standing around a swimming pool all spaced out.
It was interesting because Wheaton actually texted Frakes and how was it? And Frakes pinged him back. It's like no time at all has passed filming Picard versus TNG.
That's great. Well, and part of Picard, they've been filming it season 2 around. I used to live in downtown LA, and they've been filming it up around Grand Park, which is like Grand and First Street in downtown Los Angeles. They did this big park thing a few years ago. It's wonderful. They filmed a lot of stuff there now, but they've done a lot of that. I miss living in downtown LA, by the way, Jude, because it's like you get like castle filming. In fact, I have on one of the websites, I have some pictures. I was sitting in the lobby of the apartment building I lived in at the time, and they were filming an episode of Castle, the one Last Call, where they were doing this whole. Did you ever watch Castle?
I think I saw a few.
Okay, this was
maybe a season.
This was like October of 2010, but my daughter had gone to work, and she texted me, "Mom, come downstairs with your camera." That's all it was. I went downstairs, I saw Nate Fillion and Stana Kotick, and I thought, yes. And I sat at the desk in the lobby. I took so many pictures. I was over the moon.
Nice.
Yeah, because I had like, they were filming this episode where it's like all this stuff had happened. The bar next door is now, unfortunately, it's I think it's gone out of business because it looks like the whole thing is closed down, but with the whole COVID thing. But
yeah,
it's really cool to know that I was right next door to a location in a TV series. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I mean, that's like one of the only things I miss about missing in downtown LA. I don't miss the, living in the middle of a city is really, really strange. But the only reason we moved there was because my daughter worked she was across the street. The joke was that her commute was more vertical than horizontal. We were on the 6th floor, and then she was on the 9th floor. So it's like, come down those 6 floors, go across and go up 9, and that's where she was. So yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, being able to do stuff like that was fun.
Yeah. So back to the Star Trek, because I think that's our.
Filming downtown is where I got.
Right.
From.
So they're filming Picard.
They have been filming season 2 of Picard in downtown LA. I get these notifications about where things are filming.
Oh, very cool.
The whole idea is like, if you want to avoid where to go because of whatever is going on, then so. I get those notifications, and I started that a lot of years ago. But yeah, but it's nice. It's just a big grassy area, lots of fountains, that whole thing. So,
okay.
Those for season 2, you'll know where they were filmed.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Right around First and Grand.
I look forward to. It's really funny we're talking about that because last night, several years ago, probably about 12 years ago, I worked we have a really funky, very cool theater here in town, and we're really good friends with the owners, and we worked for them years ago, and up in the balcony of the theater they serve beer and wine, and we serve pizza. And she texted me last night and was like, because during COVID, when everything got shut down and when they started opening back up, I told my friend, if you ever need me to work up in the balcony, just give me a call. I can jump right in. Don't have to train me. Anything, you just let me know. Well, yesterday I got a text. She was like, Jude, can you work the balcony? I was like, yes. It's like something I did like 12 years ago. I'm like, absolutely. It was so nostalgic and so much fun. And they were showing Goonies because it's the.
My God.
I live in Astoria. That's where I live. And so watching the movie.
Friend of mine was like 2 blocks away from that place.
Yeah. So it was really awesome. Just, seeing the streets and seeing the buildings and seeing how things have changed, but also how they haven't changed. And I just love it. I love watching movies that were filmed here. One of the Rings was filmed here. And Cthulhu was filmed here. The one that was made in the early, oh God, I don't know when that was made.
You talking about the original Ring movie, the original American version?
I think it was, I don't know if it were, the original.
I went to high school with directed the American version of that first American Ring movie.
I don't know if it were the first or the second. I'd have to look that up.
He did the Ring movie and most of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. The Mexican Mouse Hunt, but yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah, it's cool. But yeah, no, that's neat. Yeah, another writer friend, Cynthia Moyer, used to live in Astoria, and she was like walking distance from that place. And apparently, tourists have a bad habit of showing up.
Oh yeah, the last time, yeah, I don't know what's going on now, but the year before last, during the summer, they wrapped their house in blue tarps. Yeah.
Do you still live in Oregon, or where are you now?
I'm in Astoria still.
Astoria still? Okay, yeah. Cool. Yeah, I lived in Central Oregon for a lot of years, so that was the redneck part of the state, and I don't fit in real well with that.
Yeah, so, we're pretty balanced here.
My sister lives in the Johnson City area near Portland.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I spent over a decade in Oregon. It's definitely. When I wanted to go to a mall, because in Central Oregon, mall is what happens when a dog gets in with your sheep.
We don't have malls here.
I would head over the mountain and hit Clackamas Center was my favorite.
Yeah. Well, there are malls in Portland, but we don't have malls here. There's a strip mall down in Seaside.
A really different thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So no, I don't miss those.
Anyway. All right. It's 11:30.
It is, and
our time.
Quiet, scowling Rowan down there like he does. Have a smile, and then it disappeared.
Wow, it's been great having you guys, Rowan. I'm glad you were able to join us, and you got your quiz. So we talked a little bit about Star Trek.
At some point, you can actually just do a full interview with him as opposed to having me interrupt all the time.
Absolutely. That's very much a possibility.
Yeah, his new novel is called All That Glitters. It's supposed to be coming out in the relatively near future. So if you're looking for a cover designer, Jeff Edwards did the covers to my Lucy Roads to Hell novel. And the man is a genius. He actually worked on Rowan's. But yeah, the man is amazing. And I've been told to say, if you want to ply him with good things, not shrimp. He is allergic to shrimp. Everything else he likes.
Very nice.
Yeah, Jeff is awesome. He's really good. I had posted a picture of what was proposed to be the cover image for Lucy, and he started playing with it, and he sent me a message saying, "So how's this?" And I fell in love.
Oh, very nice.
So poor Jeff, all the way out there in the middle of east side of the country. I love you so much, Jeff. You are my cover god. Thank you.
And how about you, Rowan? The picture behind you, is that anything pertaining? It's just random. Well, it's very cool.
I think so.
All right. So, okay, here's your chance, you guys. Go ahead, and Rowan, why don't you go give us a plug for your book that you want to selflessly promo right now?
If you enjoy tarot and steampunk, or both, or just the idea of some random nobody, just every man kind of being sucked into a situation he's totally unprepared for, mine is the book for you.
All right.
And that's Perchance
to Steam. Perchance to Steam by Rowan Green. Good little rhyme there. And Anna, your turn.
My most recent novel that I published was just after the whole COVID thing last year. So the end of March of last year is Lucy Roads to Hell. And that's RHOADES, because I can't spell apparently. And it's about a human man who befriends the female devil. And as I said before, it's not a romance. The devil already has a girlfriend. It's about friendship and preconceptions and loss and grief and emotional recovery. And in the near future, the sequel, Lucy Roads to Recovery, will be available. And it continues on with that. It's available on ebook, in softcover, and in hardcover. It is not just Amazon. So if you have issues with Amazon, you have other places, and I know the same thing is true Perchance to Steam. So I know some people don't like Amazon for whatever reason, and so you're not just like, oh my God, I'm getting more money than the guy.
Yeah.
So that's a consideration, and so if you're interested in that kind of stuff and religious stuff doesn't annoy you, have fun.
And my book is the Eversteam Chronicles, Small Demons, coming out in the fall, September, I believe. August, September, October, 2021. Through Whitecap Publications. It's a Gothic steampunk fantasy satire.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. Yeah. And I'm glad, surprising to find it, a new guest and a new writer, Rowan Green, through Anna. Thank you for inviting him. And yeah.
You take care. You have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Be safe.
You too. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. That's apparently the new thing now. And live long and prosper. Take care.
Live long and prosper. Yay.